Hello Bison Nation, it's time to talk Bison Wrestling. I'm Jeremy Jorgenson, joined by head coach Roger Kish, and it's an exciting time for Bison Wrestling right now. Big Duel coming up. They've had a bunch of big duels already, a tournament mixed in there, very, very tough schedule. The guys are getting tested. It's an exciting time. We'll talk about the Duel coming up this week, but first let's go back. The Cliff Keen Invitational in Las Vegas is one of the bigger tournaments in the country. You took 10 guys out there. Summarize that for us.
You know, that was I would say that's probably the toughest college tournament outside of the NCAA tournament, and I'm really excited. We took our guys out there. We got great exposure and some good competitions, and saw some guys do some really nice things out there. As a team, I felt we did fairly well out there. And on the same token, we found some areas where we really got exposed as a team, and we're able to bring it back here to the room and find ways to continue to improve in those areas that we really struggled with on a national scene out there. So all in all, we were really happy with our performances on some individual athletes, and found some areas where we certainly still got to continue to improve in big ways. But I tell you what, one young man you got to really note is Andrew Fogarty, 165 pounds, who goes out there and kind of fell in the right area of the bracket and got opportunities to wrestle some really talented kids, and probably most noted is his signature win against Anthony Valencia, Arizona State was very important to him in his future and building his confidence. So really happy with that. And again, you saw some other guys I'd like to note. 125 pounds, Paul Bianchi again positioned himself to go out and get himself on the podium. Fell a little short here this weekend, but had some really nice wins. Put together some good matches back to back, and that was really exciting as well. So those guys really did a nice job. Again, I think you could probably take a look at 197 pounds, where Cordell Eaton again had a few nice matches that he was able to string together back to back, and a couple nice wins along the way, and again positioned himself to get on the podium, and fell just a little bit short there. But you know, you look at some of the guys that they wrestled, and you're just really happy how they went out and performed, and you know, who they're wrestling against, and how well they're doing this early in the year is really something that gets us excited.
We talk about strength of schedule. You know, you talk about Iowa, Northern Iowa, Oklahoma State, the Cliff Keen. When it comes to the seeding process at the end of the year, how much does it help these guys to wrestle this kind of competition?
You know, it's a big deal. I think that when you look at the scope of NCAA wrestling, your strength of schedule is important. But for us, mainly, it's giving our guys opportunities to see the best guys we can put in front of them. Yeah. And so when it comes down to March and Big 12 tournament time and NCAA time, our guys have wrestled the best competition they can find, and they're battle tested, and they had the experience. They've wrestled in big crowds and great environments, and had to perform when the pressure's on them, and that's really the experience that we're trying to put in front of these guys, and we're hoping that they take it the right way, and so far we've continued to see them improve, and I believe it's going to pay dividends at the end of the season.
This is a fun week. There's a ton of tradition with Bison Wrestling. It goes way back. Legendary coach Bucky Mon had some national champions in there, team-wise, 88, 98. Another home duel coming up. We'll talk about that and the nuts and bolts of that. Yeah. But you look at the tradition of this wrestling room, this program, and you're going to celebrate that a little bit this week with bringing some of these national title teams coming back. Yeah,
you know, we've been able to make this adjustment into the Division I era, and really kind of solidify ourselves as one of those top 25 programs, and really it goes back to guys like Bucky Mon and the teams and the young athletes that he brought back or recruited in his era, and you know, I think he's been here for 46 years of coaching, and you know, that kind of history is got to be recognized. So we're really excited to bring these teams back and be able to recognize them for our duel here this coming weekend on Sunday, and you know, give them a great experience. I imagine most of them haven't seen how far this program has come, the new facilities and the spaces, and you know, the community that comes out and supports these dual meets and these young men. So really excited to get these guys back and make sure they're welcome with open arms home here.
That'll be fun. You know, we talk about strength of schedule, and here comes another duel with another top 20 team. Central Michigan, good team. Just give us a sense of what this duel is about, because we want to really pack the fans in. Shields Center, great facility. If you want to watch good wrestling, this is where it's at. This is going to be a fantastic duel.
Yeah, it's a match that we've highlighted as a dual meet we were really excited for. I believe our guys will position themselves to be a very competitive duel, and I think the matchups are going to be exciting on an individual standpoint as well. So they're bringing a really talented team to Fargo. They've done a great job, and they got a lot of upperclassmen and a lot of leadership on that team and experience. So. It's going to be a hard-fought duel, there's no doubt about it, and like you said, there's a reason we're continuing to bring the best teams to Fargo and go out and try to chase some of the best competition we can. And you know, at the end of the day, it's about that experience and giving our guys opportunities to continue to get better and knock off some of these top programs and individuals along the way.
Best of luck to you and the guys this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Folks, if you want to watch great wrestling, this Sunday, Shields Center, 2 o'clock, Central Michigan and the Bison. It's going to be a fantastic duel, lots of great competition, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll recap it for you next week. For Roger Kish, I'm Jeremy Jorgensen. Have a great week, everyone.